Great pleasure right now to welcome to our show a man who has had a best-selling book before, and this one is going to even do better, I think. It's got a great title, What Women Want, The Global Market Turns Female-Friendly. We're joined by Paco Underhill, who is an expert on how to market. And particularly, this book deals with how to market to women. And Paco, thanks for being with us today. How are you?
Well, thank you for having me, Doug.
If nothing else, the first three words of that title of the book will get people to buy it, I think.
Well, I think what my significant other is afraid of is it may also get me tarred and feathered here.
The second part of that title is The Global Market Turns Female-Friendly, and I had a chance to read through the book the other day, Paco, just going through it. I didn't realize, I knew women do a lot of the shopping and make most of the decisions, but just the psychology of marketing is fascinating. How did you get involved in that originally?
I have a day job, which is being the Chief Executive Officer of Envirosell, and we are a testing agency for retail prototypes. We function in 26 countries across the world. And whether I'm working on a new Nissan dealership in Tokyo or a new Adidas store in Beijing or a Nokia flagship in Shanghai or a Citibank branch in Singapore or a Hypercity in Mumbai or an H&M in Berlin or stores across the U.S. and South America, in every assignment that we take, the issue of the female shopper comes up. And it may be looking at the design of a self-service gas pump or the functionality or non-functionality of a dressing room. It's very apparent in many ways that we live in a world that is owned by men, managed by men, designed by men, and yet we expect women to participate in it.
You would think by now stores and businesses would know this because you have research now to back it up. But still, it keeps you in business. I guess that's good for you, but why is it taking so long for some businesses to get a hold of this?
I think one of the things I like about working in retail is that stores are the dipstick of social change. That what made a good store in 1980, what made a good store in 1990, and what makes a good store in 2010 are different. And while there may be some principles that stay the same, the evolution of our culture is reflected in our commercial environments.
Do you think women shop differently now than, say my mom did back in whatever years? We won't give away the years, but maybe, 20, 30 years ago. Are they looking for different things, or just the store is different then?
Come on now. First of all, when I was growing up in the 50s and early 60s, if you stopped my mom on a Tuesday, she knew what she was feeding her kids on Thursday night. Do you know what you're feeding your kids tonight? The answer is no, okay? In 2010, it takes two incomes to support a middle-class lifestyle across America. And therefore, 70% of adult American women are working outside the home. We look at women and recognize that they are multitasking, being wives, mothers, and increasingly the principal bread earner. This was brought poignantly home in the recession that we hope coming out of, where men lost their jobs with greater veracity than women did. And we're recalibrating in many families, where does the money come and where is the primary decision-making process anchored?
Like in a section you write about home maintenance, the rise of the tool belt diva. More women now are not afraid to go to stores and buy the equipment where they can do their own fix-ups. But those stores tend to still be designed for men in mind, right?
Women are driving the $50 billion home improvement business, and they are increasingly taking on more and more sophisticated projects. It isn't just refinishing the fine furniture, it may be tearing down the walls.
About technology, you mentioned that in the book as well. Women about make half of those electronics purchases. In the past, I guess they weren't marketed to women. It tends to be a guy toy you think of, but that's not true, is it?
It's every technology that's had mass acceptance over the past 50 years. That acceptance has been driven by females. Whether we're talking about the ATM or the laptop or the mobile phone. Women don't buy technology, they buy appliances. They buy something that has a discernible, focused improvement on the quality of their lives. And if they see the relevance, they generate mass acceptance.
What would you say is maybe the one or two top mistakes that, say, retailers make even today that you see? Anything that stands out that the majority of them make that are wrong?
Well, I think there are two things that are very important. First is security. And security isn't just non-crime. It is making sure that the pathway in from the parking lot to the front door is apparent, and particularly in the evening is well lit. The second issue is hygiene, which is women notice dirt, whether it's dirt in the store, whether it's dirt outside, or certainly whether it's a dirty restroom. Hygiene is important.
Well, it's a fascinating topic, and we barely touched the surface of it, but the name of the book is called What Women Want, The Global Market Turns Female Friendly. We've been talking with Paco Underhill. Paco, do you have a website? I know people out there are going to want to get a hold of you and get this book. Do you have a website you want to give out?
If you want a signed copy of this book, you can visit me at pacounderhill.com, or you can find this book at Amazon or your local Borders or Barnes & Noble store. Available everywhere and on your Kindle.
Well, Paco, it's been a pleasure to talk to you, and look forward to doing it again. Thanks for being with us today.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate your having me on.